All right. Let's see if I can get this going. That looks good. That looks good. Stream manager looks good. Okay, cool. All right. Well, if you're tuning in, this is just a test stream. I'm just hopping in to PC Building Simulator. I've been putting a lot of hours into this game. It's like my comfort game that I hop into. And yeah, I'm just kind of doing a little bit of work in the meantime. I'm waiting for John to hop on, but I want to have some levels to be able to test later so I can look through the footage and see how loud the mic is or how loud the audio on the computer is. That might be... Nah, I'm just going to leave it out here. You guys can't see what's going on over here. Fuck you. But I don't have any jobs right now. Let's see. This is in the mail. This is in the mail. So those jobs will come in tomorrow. I could just start with tomorrow. Because I already have 2 PCs out here. How much is this one worth? 1,100 or 11,000. This one 3,000. All right. Let's just go for it. Let's go for tomorrow. Should we play around with this? Let's see what I got. So the funny thing about this case is this is actually the case that I have on my computer. And I love this case. It's actually beautiful. And recently I tried to use this case and they had all the old fractal designs on it. And I think they just updated though. It looks like, you can kind of see here, it looks like their whatever 3D imaging software they use kind of fucked it up a little bit because there's something interesting going on right there. But let's open this bitch up. Let's see what I got. So I like this. I like these Nexts. They look really, really good. But if we were actually building my PC, I have this motherboard installed currently, and it does me pretty good. I like it a lot actually. But I don't have my my Radeon 6700 XT in this game that I have in real life, and they don't have the Samsung or the Crucial drives that I have in real life. So it's kind of interesting. And then they do have the G.Skill Ripjaws, but I don't think I have any in my inventory right now. Yeah, so let's just remove this, and let's just make one for fun. And then in the future, if I get all of the parts for all the things that I have, I'll actually build my computer and sell it in my shop. But in the meantime, let's see what chipsets I have. So I've got a 1200, I've got a 1700, I've got a Coffee Lake, a couple 1700s, a 2066, tier 4, M4s, 1200s, 1700s. How do I turn that off? Hold on. 1 second. We need to turn this off. Alright. And then I have a Cabby Lake. So I got a little bit of everything. I can kind of run whatever I want. So let's look at our motherboards. I love this motherboard. Dog shit socket. Compared to what I could, even a Coffee Lake is better than tossing that there. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Why do I have so many of these next ones? I probably bought them all by accident. I just spam the button. Ooh, I do need this one though. Let's see what kind of 2066 cards I have. Let's make a fucking expensive ass build. I think that'd be fun. So we're gonna toss this EVGA in here. And then we're gonna toss... I have all the power-ups, so I don't have to manually screw anything in. And I don't have to manually plug anything in that I don't want to. Let's do... We're gonna do the XE. Close that up. Close that up. And then get my thermal paste. Yeah, I've been playing this game a lot because I really like to just, hello, Skelly McBoy. Hello there. Hello there. I love building PCs. I love like sourcing PC parts and all that stuff. But that's like not the most cheap hobby in the world. So I can't really practice it. But, or unless like friends want to build PCs, then I get like really excited because that means I get to practice it. But at least in this game, I get to like own a shop and I can like restore stuff, or I can sell people's PCs, or like whatever I want to do. So let's do. See if I have any M2 drives. I should have at least one. I think I used a lot last night. Okay, I have a gigabyte drive, and I have a data. I don't actually know how to pronounce that. I just call them XPGs. So let's toss an XPG in here, because that's probably like the most expensive one I've got. And then I wonder if I have any 4-chip sets. I think I have Trident 4-chip sets. Yeah, I have a couple Trident ones. Actually, let's see if I have any XPGs. I've got two of each. Maybe I toss those in. Or maybe I can just order them actually. Wait, what were those? How you doing, Skelly McBoy? What are you up to tonight? I've got... I think these were the ones that I was running just now. Was it 32 gigabyte? Oop. That's one of the only complaints I have about this game is when you have the shop open. If you're scrolling through the shop, sometimes it will accidentally scroll you in like the PC editor. But other than that, it's like not really bad. It's pretty clean, especially compared to the last build of this game. I think the last build of this game looks like extremely rudimentary compared to this one. This one looks like way cleaner, way more updated, versus the last build is like a little rough comparatively. Ooh. What kind of DDR can I run in this motherboard? It's usually on the main page. Actually, I sort by price. It's on the main page. Here we go. 4,000. Just got my first gaming PC like a month ago, so that's been fun. Oh, cool. What are your specs? If you know. Some people are just like, I got it pre-built. I don't know what the fuck I put in this thing. Some people are like me where they're like, oh, I've got this, I actually swapped this out for this. So I always love to talk PC specs. Clean my water, I feel all gravelly. Got that cowboy gravel. I've been chewing on chili beans and dirt. Let's toss some of these in here. It's kind of overkill, but I have plenty of money. You can't. My little open sign over here is covering it, but you can kind of see I have plenty of money. I'm gonna put it over here. All right. Yeah, I've got plenty of money to work with, so I'm not worried about a little overkill. In fact, let's grab some SSDs while I'm here, because I don't think I have a lot of SSDs. That's the wrong category. Yeah, can you tell I like PCs? Got my motherboard, silkscreen water bottle. Alright. Let's do... This one's got good speeds. I think if I go lower space, I get better. Did you see that just now? How I was like zooming in on here and it zooms back in the background. I think I get better speeds if I do a smaller amount. So 50 gigabytes, but I get 560. There's only 12, but that's the same as the higher end. Maybe I just do these. Let's see. I want to do an expensive build, so maybe let's do these. But let's kind of go $10 cheaper. We get 15 more megabytes per second. So let's grab 4 of those. And then let's grab some M2 drives. I don't really need them for this build, but you know, fuck it. Let's get the most expensive M2 drive for this build. And then let's grab a couple more. I love these Vipers. Those are great. They have great transfer speeds. Also pre-built. Nice. You got a 1070. Hey, that's pretty good. I don't know what you plan on playing with it. I think the problem with a lot of PC people these days is they're like, I gotta have the best, newest thing on the market. I have to have like the most powerful thing possible. When in reality, it's like, you don't need that. Like, there's a great YouTuber that I follow who does PC builds, and his motto is good enough, which I think should be like a lot of people's motto. Like, you don't need crazy specs. You don't need like a 4090. You just need something that's good enough to run what you want to run. Said someone could be. Oh, that's nice. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. But and then you have a Core i5 9500. I don't know. It depends on. So like one thing that a lot of people fuck up is that they get their stuff and then they don't install drivers. You have a pre-built, so if it boots from the OS, there's a good chance that your pre-built came already installed. But a lot of GPUs have preset like software that you can install that will automatically update your drivers. So if you do that, then you don't really have to worry about it. You know you're always gonna have like the most updated drivers. I've been playing a ton of the Warhammer Darktide game, and like on the main page for it, like one of the big pop-ups is like update your NVIDIA drivers, because people complain about how the game performs, and then they find out it's because their drivers are older. For me, I installed an AIO on my PC recently. That's a liquid cooler for your CPU, and let's see, like one of these basically. I didn't get the Kraken. I have the Fractal because I have a Fractal case. I wanted to kind of match. So I have the Fractal. It's the 24 or 240. But I swapped the fans out for the Aspect fans because I wanted it to be a cohesive color build. And then on top of that, when I installed it, I accidentally put it into the wrong CPU fan header, which crashed my computer and it wouldn't post. And so when I went to post, I was having problems, and I figured out that the best way to deal with it is to go back to safe settings. And the problem with that is it resets your BIOS, which means I had to go back into my BIOS and change my my RAM. So instead of running at the I think it's like 2800 is where it comes pre-installed. You have to go into your BIOS, and I can show you on this computer. Actually, let me show you on one that I already built. So, because I already, every time I build a computer in this game, I update it. Oh, sick! 40. Yeah, honestly, that game eats. That game eats your GPU, it eats your RAM. I had trouble one time where, this was before I fixed my RAM. This is one of my builds I did recently. I'm trying to sell it. But let's power this on. Every time I opened Discord while I was playing Warhammer, it would just stutter. Oops, shit. Hold on. It would stutter, and so I started playing around with my RAM, and I figured out that I was on the preset, which for this one is fucking crazy. This is an insane motherboard, but in reality, these are gonna be preset to 2888 megahertz is probably gonna be where your stuff is preset at. If you turn on your XMP, which I have a Asus motherboard, I have an ROG motherboard, so there's a little thing at the bottom that says easy mode. You click there, and then over here there's a little switch that has profiles, and you swap it to your RAM profile, which mine is a 3600. So I swapped that in, immediately started getting way better settings. Everything started flowing. So, oh, that's a good benchmark. I'm gonna grab this biatch, throw it back in the store. But stuff as simple as that can make a huge difference for your computer. Make sure your drivers are updated, making sure that you have your RAM running at top speed. What else? So overclocking is something that you could do, and there's a lot of YouTube tutorials that'll teach you how to safely overclock, but there's also a lot of software, depending on how new your motherboard is, built into your motherboard software that lets you kind of overclock your settings. They'll be like optimal mode or something like that, basically. And did I buy those PC parts? Yeah, I did. And so being able to set that up so that you can get like just a little bit more oomph out of your parts can make a huge difference. The cool thing about pre-builds, I'm gonna guess either you got it from like a shop who does pre-builds near you, or you got it from like Build Redux. I know they're really popular right now because you can get like a pretty decent build for a cheap price. At least you could when they started, and I feel like every time I see their prices, they're getting like more and more expensive. But that's a whole nother gripe for a whole nother situation. Depending on where you got it from though, let's pull this panel off. There's like a lot of different things you can do to it. Usually they're pretty good prices, and if you wanted to, like I got a 6700 XT GPU. It's a Radeon, it's a XFT Swift, and I got it for I think $300 or $400 from Best Buy on a day's sale. So I feel like there's a lot of options for people to be able to like kind of kick up your shit. Usually if you're having problems, it's either your GPU is bottlenecking or your RAM is bottlenecking. Especially if you said you have an i5 9500. I feel like that's fine. But I don't know. It's really subjective. Like I said, good enough is all that matters. And there's a lot of software that you can run that'll tell you exactly what you're bottlenecking and exactly like where you need to make your improvements. The fun part about this game is they have reflections of that software. So let me see if I can pull it up on this computer. So they literally have 3D Mark, which runs your benchmark of how your GPU is performing and what frames per second you're getting. And then they also have OCCT is a good way to check your settings if you're trying to overclock your GPU. Cinebench is something people use for their CPU. So if you're worried about your CPU performance, you can get Cinebench and then you just run a performance scan. That is fucking great. And then over here you can see the rankings of the different ones. So you got your i5, your i7s. It's running against Ryzen's. So right now I have the highest quality card that you can put into this machine, because every time I get new parts, I upgrade my personal machine in the game. This is mine here. Let me pick it up, put it over here so you can look at it. This is the personal machine I got, 3080. Pretty good. Everything's good. Most expensive or like the highest quality tier. And then this is like the sticker I use to mark my branding for this game. So pretty much everything I build has that sticker somewhere on it to mark like I'm the one who made the PC. It doesn't really, it's like not like there are other people you can compete with in the game, but it's little stuff like that that I really like, that like makes the difference in role playing in a game. Oh, what was that? Does that follow? Oh, thank you. I don't know why it's not showing up on the screen. Hold on. It's supposed to show up over the, should be like over in this corner. If you didn't see a little, if you didn't see a little soda can pop up in the corner here, then let me know, because thanks for the follow. But I definitely want to make sure that it's actually showing up. This is part of the test stream. I forgot that I was trying to test my stream there for a second there. Let's toss this. Oh, I can't fit it. I forgot you can't fit a 3600 in here. But luckily, and this is something that's a feature on my case, is it's got these little beauty panels and it's got a half removal. And when I originally got my case, I was like, that's weird. Why didn't they just make it one solid piece? And then I hopped into this game and I realized that if you want to be able to install a 36 is the shorthand for it, but a 360 millimeter liquid cooler, you have to be able to pull off a little bit of the beauty panel without removing it completely. And the old model of the Meshify, you had to completely remove it, so there's this big, empty, ugly looking space right here. But luckily, let's toss that back in there. Pow. Pow. And then, I don't remember to, is there a notepad here somewhere? I'll try to make a mental note that I need to fix my my alert box, and I need to make sure it's actually showing up over the screen. I think playing windowed might help, which I do not mind playing windowed at all. Let me see if I can do that. Save game. New save. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I just need to save. Alright, and let me see if I can run this windowed, because I think that'll actually help with it, because it kind of takes over the whole thing. Yeah. Let's do windowed. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to run a test alert real fast, see if it's working. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm so dumb. Of course it's working. Of course I can't see it on my screen. That's not how fucking OBS works. I'm actually stupid. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. That's so dumb. Oh my god. I didn't see it on my monitor, so I'm like, oh, I can't see my alert box. And it's happening on the screen in OBS. Of course it's happening in OBS. That's not how it works. I just realized I didn't move my chains. I just have 2 chains just hanging there. This truly is a bit of a scuffed stream going on here, but that's what test streams are for, especially since I can go back and check my audio later. That's like mainly why I'm doing it. So like right there. I like that. It's gonna block some stuff, but not stuff you really need to be able to see anyway. Like, oh no, you can't see that it just says custom PC up here in the corner. Oops. Like, it's not really a big deal. But let's hop into this biatch. So I've got my RAM, I've got my CPU, I got a nice cooler on. I put thermal paste on, I remember now. That's something I always forget to do in this game, because like it doesn't make a difference if you accidentally don't put thermal paste on. Let's pull these drive bays off. I think they look a little ugly. Yeah, it's a way cleaner look. What kind of GPU do we want to install? I'd like something black. I think something nice and sleek and black. Ooh. Can I throw a water-cooled GPU in here? I bet I can. I already put liquid cooled. Let's do a water cool for our next build then, because I like to do water cooling. It's so much fun. The way that this game has it set up is so fun. 5600 is not bad at all. So we got 250 or 5700. Sorry, is not bad at all. We could run that. We could run. I've got a 3060. It's a little boy here. What do you think? What do you want me to toss in here? I've got a 3060 over here. It's a Storm X. It's a little boy. I've got two 57s. I probably want to toss this black one in there because I'm starting to do a little bit of like a black and silver theme. And this is like silver red. And plus the PCB is just like exposed, which is one of my biggest pet peeves, is having an exposed PCB. Because in this day and age, it's like, unless that's what you want, it looks so bad compared to the rest of your build. And there's a lot of websites like Displate where you can get a plate to go over it. But at the end of the day, I want that to be included with my shit. I think that should be included. But that's just a little annoying thing. I got a 3080 right here if you want to toss a 3080 in it. I've got a 2060. We can go 3080. We're already doing top of the line specs. You can decide. Do you want to do 3080 or do you want to do we can do the 3060, the 3080, or this 5700 OC. I think that would probably be, this one's probably going to be the coolest looking one, but the Ryzen 5600X 57. All right, let's toss that one in. Which Ryzen is that? I can't remember off the top of my head. Is that a 5 or is that a 7? Either way, honestly, I think Ryzen is. I'm a Ryzen fan. I do Ryzen. I do Radeon, which has like putting them together could have a better performance, just like having Intel and Nvidia. It's a 5. I think that's the one that I put in my partner's build because I just built a computer for them recently. I think I put the 5600X, which if that's the one, that's pretty good. Like I don't think that's bad at all. Do you know what kind of motherboard you're running? Because I know you said you have to get a new one that only has 2 slots. Do you have a mini ATX motherboard? Because it only has 2 slots of RAM. Most SATX and most EATX have like a full 4. So that's a little, not disconcerting, but it's a little shitty. That kind of sucks. All right, so we got our freaking GPU, we got our RAM, we got our CPU, we got our cooler. We can toss some fans in this. What kind of fans do I have? I actually have some fractals that I just pulled out that I can put in this. I have a couple 12s. Let's see, I have 2 12s and 4 14s. I've also got some necks. We can do necks. We can do an all black build. Let's see. We do have a little bit of white, so maybe we should toss some white in this. I think I have some white fans in here. Calling 15 minutes. Okay. So I might hop off in like 5 to 15 minutes. Just letting you know. Let's do 220s. I buy like a lot of fans because they're really cheap and I don't want to have to order them. God damn it. Okay, let's remove this. And then let's try to install the fans and then install that because I think that's what's hindering us right here. Let's do these 120s. Ooh, I don't like that spacing at all. I thought that was going to be a little closer. Let's see. I'll just type it in. It'll be faster. 140s. I think the whites are down here. Yeah, white. Alright, let's try that, and then let's see if the CPU... Yeah. So, the cool part about this game is, like, it'll let... Like, that clearance, not something you can make happen in real life. But it'll, like, kind of glitch and let you do stuff that you can't do in real life that's a little bit more fun, in my opinion. Perfect. And then let's toss a 120 on there and call it a day. There's one at the top. Alright, that looks kind of good. I kind of like the white and the black, especially since we have this little white tint right here. If I was gonna have my SSDs, let's see what our drive bit looks like. Because we've got 2 SSD slots right here. So we could either hide our SSDs, or we can... Oh, that's so funny. It's got the little cable management clips in here. That is so fucking funny. It's got them just like on the regular build. That is so cool. Though it's probably not going to use them. Although, I don't know. It's using this side. That's kind of cool. I didn't expect that at all. So we could toss some... I feel that. There's a lot of stuff I've been thinking about upgrading. I'm definitely an overcooler. I think I'm very much like you can never have too much cooling. So yeah, fuck cables too. I don't have any SSDs installed, but I'm probably gonna install one in the future soon. What do you think for this build? Do you think we should put the... Because I could do this, right? We could put a drive bay. We put both drive bays here. What? Okay. I'll show you what it looks like because I don't mind uninstalling stuff. So you can put our 2 drive bays in, and then we can do gigabytes, which will look really good with the build. I think I bought some gigabytes. Yeah. So we can do like gigabytes. And then we put the GPU back in. Or we can hide them in the back. I'm not hating it. I don't think it looks bad at all. What do you think? I think this, like, putting it back here is totally fine, but I also think that's not bad. Cable's kind of hidden, so I'm not really bothered by it. I think it looks nice in the front too. I think adding that little pop of black and white kind of helps tie in the fact that this metal is so gray. In real life, this metal is like way more black. So like I said, I think the rendering that they did on this is kind of rough. Maybe it's a newer update. I don't know, if I'm being honest. Okay, let's toss those dry bays back in. And then I like to just overdo it. Because my mindset is also like you can never have too much storage. Let's toss a 3 GB in there. As long as you can power it, that's literally all that matters. So let's give them 4 GB of extra storage. So they're gonna have 6 GB of storage. They're probably never gonna go past that unless they're like recording gaming like video or something like that, you know. All right, that's looking pretty dang good. Oh, we can put this back on. Let's put the dust cover back on the front and the top. The dust filter back on the top. Put the lid back on. And the dust filter back on. I don't know if you can remove that dust filter in real life. It feels pretty hard installed. I could literally pull the top off my case right now and see. Hold on. I'll just pull the top off. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. All right, let me swap this over real fast. Oh yeah, I guess you can pull it off. It's just like little metal clips that they've bent over the sides. I don't know if you can see it, but you can kind of see like right here. Those are like little pieces of mesh metal that they've kind of bent over the sides. So I imagine if you bend those back out, you can kind of pop this whole piece out. It feels really sturdy though. It feels like it's like welded on almost. So, and yeah, you can tell like how much more black that is in real life compared to in the game. It's kind of wild. Alright, let's get back to it. Good opportunity for me to use this face cam. Ignore my room. This is my my office that I share with my dad. So that's all his junk over here. And then that's a TV I'm trying to sell right now. And I have a green screen back there that I can like pull up, but I didn't want to deal with that today. So let's finish this build up. All right. I've got all that. I just need a power supply, I think, and then we'll be done. That looks good. Yeah. So let's pick a power supply. I've got a shit ton. I don't know if I have a fractal, which I would love to throw a fractal ion in here and just be like a nice cohesive. Ooh, I do have an EVGA Supernova though, which are pretty sweet. It's overkill to throw 1,000 watt in here, but we're trying to get the most money we can out of this build, so maybe we do that. See, that's 250. That's 310. 2, 150, 120. Let's throw the Supernova in here. Ooh, before we do that, let's pick cables. I've got a decent amount of the braided cables. I think white cables would look the best. I think they'll tie the build together. But we can swap it to black cables if we don't like it. I'm gonna put an AIO. Okay, so you have the stock cooler on still. So here's my feelings about the stock cooler, right? I think the stock cooler is perfectly fine for 3 months. I think any longer than 3 months, you're gonna start to see your performance and how much it makes an impact on it. So my opinion on the stock cooler is that you should, if you're gonna run it, like you're like, I just want to get my build together and I don't want to spend the extra either $40 to like $200 that a cooler can run you. I think a Noctua heatsink and double fan is going to run you $80, which is pretty standard. That's what I used to run as my air cooling. And then an AIO, mine costs I think $140. The like really fancy ones with screens on them that you can like program to run stuff, those are going to run you like $200, $300. If you just want to save the money and you just want to get your build together and you basically commit to buying a cooler within the next 3 months, or you can even kind of push it, especially if you're not running a lot. If you're not pushing your rig too hard, you could probably push it to like 4 to 6. But in my personal opinion, I feel like you should kind of not run your stock cooler past 3 months, and by 3 months you should have something substantial to put in there. Even that's just like a $40 like heatsink and fan from Cooler Master. Like whatever you end up tossing in there, it doesn't matter as long as you upgrade that stock cooler at some point. Let's see what else we got. I think that's everything. I do wish, there's 2 things about this game I wish they let you do, and I've put this in the, like, every time they give me a chance to survey, I put this in the survey. I think you should be able to buy fan controlling hubs and install them yourself, because some of these cases come with fan control hubs and some of them don't, and it like really fucks up their performance value. So I think you should be able to put a fan controller hub in yourself. And then the second thing is that I think you should be able to buy GPU rising supports, because you can go on Fractal's website and buy a what's it called? I think it's called a Fractal B12. Basically, you can buy a universal GPU support for the Fractal cases, which is what I got from my partner, because the top of their GPU and their PCB is like really ugly, but the front face of it on the bottom where the fans are looks so cool, and I wanted to show that off. So you can get that and then just install it right here. And I think I have one. There's only one case that I know that it comes like stock with the case in this game, and it's this one. I think it's this one. I forgot I called this case the Cringe Master. Oh, sorry. Everything I said you're getting for an upgrade is going to be about 5 months on that. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. 5 months, you can stretch it. You're totally fine. I think if you have the budget, you go for it. If you don't, no worries. You know what I mean? Oh no, it isn't this case. Which case is it? One of the cases. Ooh, shut that. One of the cases comes with a GPU riser, and I found that so cool that only like that it does come with it as it's like pre-installed support bracket stuff, but it's so annoying that you can't just buy them, because I'd rather like show off the GPU in some of these builds rather than have to be reliant on the case. Let's see if I have it. I think it's the, let me just order it so I can show you. I think it's the Leon Lee. Oop, hold on, where am I looking? Shop cases. I think it's this one. Is there other colors? Ooh. Let's get all of them. I didn't know there was a white. Alright. Yeah, I think you're fine. So what, you're gonna upgrade pretty much everything. Well, you're gonna upgrade your CPU, you're gonna upgrade your motherboard so you can put more sticks in. You're gonna, I think 2 sticks isn't bad at all if you have good sticks. And here's the thing that you need to know for sure. If you're gonna run a yes, this is the one. If you're gonna run a 4-stick configuration, you need to buy a 4-stick configuration. So what that means is, say you're gonna get Ripjaws, right? Ripjaws usually come in 2 sticks. So if you buy 2 sticks of Ripjaws, your settings on your computer, your XMP settings, are gonna kind of fight over what they should do. And sometimes you won't be able to get full performance out of them, especially if you have 2 different ones. So say you have a 2-stick of 3200 and you have a 2-stick of 3600. Your your settings are going to be fighting over which one to run, and at the most, you're probably only actually going to get like 3,000. So my advice is to make sure that you're buying either a 4-stick set already off the bat, or if you're gonna buy 2-stick sets, you need to know how to manually overclock, which is something you can look up. There's a lot of great videos to teach you how to do that, but your XMP settings are going to be a little funky, so just keep that in mind for the future. So you're going to get a new cooler, new CPU, new cooler, a new motherboard, probably more RAM. I don't know if you're keeping your GPU or not. At that point, you could build a second computer, my guy. I'm just saying, maybe you got one for, maybe you like streaming, you got one for streaming, one for gaming. So check that out. That's my goal for the future, is to have a computer just for streaming, and two actually. I want to have 2 for streaming because I have a gaming setup, and then I also build like models. I build like Warhammer models, and I build these nature pieces that I've been building for a long time that I'm actually going to start selling pretty soon. And I'd love to do streams of that. Instead of having to pick up my entire setup and plug it in there, I want to just have another computer in that room, like already set up. Maybe keep the mic because the mic's nice, but I actually found this mic on sale for like $50 not that long ago, and I was like, that's more expensive than my webcam. So maybe I just buy a second mic, buy a second webcam, build a second computer, have one just for the model space and have one just for the gaming space, and then I just swap in between. I think that'd be more fun. But check out this GPU riser. I fucking love it. And the fact that like this is the only case I know that comes with one is so annoying. I just wish that we could have one already installed. All right, I've stalled enough. Let's put this biatch together. I love the music in this game. It's so generic, and at the same time it feels like I'm at a Coach store, like where all the music is like so generic but like kind of clubby. Oh, I don't think there's an OS installed on this. Incomplete case. What am I missing? Because I took the beauty panel out? Wait, hold on. Is it because I took the beauty panel out? They're really not going to do that to me, are they? 'Cause that's the whole point of being able to remove it. I think maybe it's bugging. I think maybe it's just telling me one thing when it means another. It probably means, let's see. That's super annoying. If it doesn't let me sell this because it says the case is incomplete, that's such bullshit. Alright, so this is a great example, right? 2400 megahertz is the preset on the motherboard. Fuck that. I'm gonna get 4,000 out of this thing. The OC on these you can kind of fuck around with, but I don't really think it's worth doing. Let's up the voltage a little bit. I got plenty to spare. And then it's probably gonna say no OS found in a second. Yeah. Oops, wrong one. Problem is I have expensive hobbies. Like I want to build a whole computer, or I want to build a second computer. I want to, I love keyboards. I'm like obsessed with keyboards. So like I want to do a bunch of keyboard group buys, and I want to do streams where I'm just modding keyboards for people. And those are expensive hobbies. Like one keyboard alone is like anywhere from $100 to $300. And I do budget keyboards, but at the same time, it's like, yikes, you know, I don't know that I want to, I don't know that I ever want to spend $300 on a keyboard if I can help it. All right. Let's do white. Let's do an all white. We already got black and white going on. Let's do a white build. So we can do static white, which I think looks pretty good. Or we can do a breathing. Or we do to black, and then we slow it down. Make it real slow. I kind of like that actually. That's better than static for me. and then we'll run a benchmark test. Benchmark does not look good. Look at those frames per second. That is so low. Actually, I just noticed that there's some red lighting in the case. So we could maybe do some... I kind of like the white. I think the white looks kind of cool. I like that it kind of fades every so often. That's a good look. Get a nice 5K out of this. That's not bad. I can live with that. It's not great, but it's not bad. Let's put this away, because I'm gonna hop off here as soon as I'm done with this case. Play some Warhammer with my friend. I don't really have his permission or anything to stream that, so I'll ask him first, and then if he's down in the future, I'll do a stream of Warhammer with him. Pretty low level too. I'm like level 6, 7, I think is what I just got to. Let's see. The IO is gonna either have to be a 120 millimeter to fit, or your one free fan is, or go under the GPU. Yeah, you might not want to put it under the GPU. 120 is fine. You don't need crazy stuff. Are you putting it in the back, or are you putting it in the top? I don't know what case you have. So it really depends on your case, I think. 8,000 benchmark, that's not bad. Let's throw this bitch on the bench, and let's put some color on it. How cool, Delta. I don't actually know that I'm familiar with that one. Hold on. Hold up. God damn, man. Holy shit. So I have a Galaxy tablet that I use as a second monitor. So I went to open Opera GX on my second monitor and just watched my whole computer blue screen. Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not surprised. Cause okay. Cloud sync conflict. Let's do newer. I'm not surprised because I've had shit like that happen before. Specifically Opera GX. I've had Opera GX crash my computer. I've had it do a bunch of stuff, which is hilarious because it boasts itself as, oh my god, that's bright. It boasts itself as being more like being like a cleaner GPU and RAM performance experience than Chrome. I genuinely don't know anymore if that's true. I don't know if I could trust that. I can pull it up on my phone. Let's see what it is. It was the AeroCool Delta. Let me pull that up. That's good to know for the future that if I try to pull up Opera GX, I might crash my whole computer. Oh yeah, you don't have a lot of fan space. You got like a little spot in the back, you got a little bit on the top. How much space is that on the top? I don't know that you can squeeze a whole... It says the only option for radiator is a rear 120. That sucks. I'm sorry, my guy. It's kind of a bummer. Oh. Welp. I lost, what, 40 minutes? I could speedrun that real fast. Let's do that. So, toss these fans in. Wait, didn't I save the game? I thought I saved the game before. No, that was a while ago. Alright. Well, good thing I saved the game a while ago. Let's do 140. I know I'm gonna have to pull this thing off. Slowly get it back to where it was. I think I can do it pretty fast. This gives us a couple options. Do we want to do the all white and black, or do we want to match the red lighting? Because I could toss some different things in here to do that if we wanted. You tell me what you think. Alright, let's toss the cooler back on. Damn, I still can't believe I crashed my computer. I've done worse. User errors is like such a high margin in this game, I swear. You can do some wild stuff. Yeah. Don't do something you're gonna be too anxious about, you know? That scared me for a second. What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, my GPU. Storage we had. So we could run these red ones if we wanted to, instead of the gigabytes. Although these don't look as good, so maybe we don't do that. The gigabytes have a cleaner face on them. You tell me. Cables. We're gonna run white. Where the white's at? Ribbon white. There we go. Alright. And then wanna get my way, wanna get my way. Peace and love, I get in the foreground. I've heard this song so many times. I like it though. And I think I'm actually going to do something different than the Supernova. I think I'm going to throw the Corsair in here. Because I like the black and white theme we're going with. And I think I have a better Corsair than that. I have an 850. Oh yeah, I love that look. That looks way better. Oh, wrong one. PSU mounts, toss that in there. Alright, got that, got fans, got storage. Alright. Wanna get my way. Peace and love. I'm all mixed up now. I'm crashing. My brain's all goofed up. Top panel. Is there any other things you want to do with your build? Are you running it just for like video games, or what are you running it for? feel like that's what really makes a difference. Alright, got the tempered glass, or tinted glass, tempered glass. Let's save. Alright, and then let's boot. I don't think there's anything I forgot. See, up my voltage, and I up my RAM. Make sure we're running off the M2. Alright, let's see this baby in action. Oh, I'm running the wrong screen. I'm sorry about that. You couldn't see any of that. Well, you could, but very tiny. Sorry about that. Foreground, baby. This is my favorite song that they play. There's like a bunch of them, but I don't know why I like this one so much. This one I always associate with this game. Wanna get my way. Ton of gaming. What are you playing these days? I know you said Warhammer, but you do like Valorant, you do like Fortnite, or maybe you don't play like a mainstream game, maybe you play like something else. I mean, you're on a PC building simulator 2 stream, so you never know. You could have eclectic tastes like I do, where you play only like weird, interesting games. This game isn't weird, but it's definitely not. It's not meta, I'd say. It's not in the meta. Okay, I got my lighting fixed. Let's benchmark it. And then what else can I do? I wanted to put that away. Oh, I lost all those Leon Lees that I bought. I guess that's fine. I don't really need them. I have plenty of... I actually wanted the white one. Let's buy a white one. There's my shop sales. Shop. Let's do cases. See, that one's not bad. It's just not my favorite. Ooh, actually, I did not know there's a gold-faced one. I've been wanting to do a gold build for a minute. I'll get them tomorrow. I don't even know. Alright. That's gonna take a minute. Let's see. Omega System. Let's see what they got for sale today. Broken. What's broken? The Radeon. I don't know. Okay. It's not gonna hurt me. I definitely have that card. I can definitely swap that. What's this one? The Patreon. Oh yeah, these are all easy. These are all easy fixes. Probably not gonna do them today. I really need to text my friend back, or else he's gonna think that I'm bailing on him tonight. And I don't want him to do that because he's gonna start playing League, and then I'll never get him back. He'll be lost to the sands of time that is League. Is that done? Yes. Okay. All right, let's pick you up. I might just pull the parts out of it. Play anything that looks neat. That's sick. I like that mentality. Not a lot of people do that. Why does it look? It looks like gray from some looks, and then it looks black from other. You know, fuck it. We're just gonna paint it black. We're gonna make it fully black. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks way better. Oh yeah, I like that much better. Ooh. I can't get on the side? That looks kind of funky if it's just the top and I can't put it on this side. Whatever. It's not bad. I actually kind of like that better. And then let's put my mark on it. Do white. Oh, let's do a little bit gray. It's like kind of white, kind of not. Need a little bit more white. No, it's just full. It's a little bright, but it looks better. So usually they put it here, or I'll put it really big on the back. Or if it like works with the the logo of the pre-existing. Like sometimes I'll put it like that, or like put it next to it, and then sometimes I'll put it up here, like that, or like this on the dust cover. Kind of like the simple look for this one though, so we're gonna just do that. And then let's list it. Shiny boy, this shit is shiny. Let's list it. What? Oh no, what's wrong with it? Incomplete case. What is incomplete about it? Is it because I have the beauty panel removed? If so, that is really poor game design. Cables? I don't see anything wrong. Okay, hold on. Let's pull the cooler out. Maybe it's the beauty panel. Yeah, it's the fucking beauty panel. That is such poor design. Oh my god. It's called a beauty panel for a reason. You can't remove it? That is horrible. Alright, well we've got more options, I guess, at our fingertips, because now we can do a 240, and I have a lot more 240s to play with. So we can do this Antec. This one looks kind of cool. It's got a little blue. I don't know that I want to add blue. Ooh. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's try this. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay. Fuck. These things doing Tarkov runs. Okay, give me 1 sec. Give me 5 minutes. I'll wrap up in 5. Fuck. I knew I should have texted him. Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. I knew I should have texted him back faster. I knew he was gonna start doing like League or Tarkov or something. And I still fucking did it. I'm so stupid. So stupid. Fans. Let's do 2 120s. They're not as good from the back, but it's all good. For 140s. Super cooler for you. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't look as good in my opinion. Yeah, it doesn't look as good as I liked it before, but you know, I'm not the one who's at fault for poor game design. They're the ones who gave you the option to remove the beauty panel without letting you actually remove the beauty panel from the build and sell it. That's such bullshit. Oh my god. Who does that? That's so frustrating. Okay, let's list it. What do you want to call it? Give me a name. You want to call it Shiny Boy? If not, you can give me one real fast while I'm still fixing the money. I usually don't like to go below 80% or else it doesn't sell within the day. And I like to kind of turn them around pretty quickly. 2, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, 83, that's good. Got that 5-star bongo rating because I only sell top of the line shit. Shiny Boy good? I love this song too. Out of all the music they have in this game. Oh, I do have the Leon Lees. Oh no, these are the ones I just bought. I'm all mixed up. I'm all turned around. Gotta eat a little bit of food and drink some water before I play. Oh, this is a fucking Meshify. That's so funny. What was broken on this one? was the Patriot Viper. So I'm gonna pull the parts off that are broken now, while I remember. So that way next time I boot up this game. It's bittersweet. 30, 40 FPS is ruined for me. We're finally experiencing high FPS when I'm 60. Wow, that sucks. It's such a bummer. Yeah, that can kind of ruin it for you. But I pull the broken parts off now, so that way I don't have to diagnose it later. Usually you can tell from what stuff it like costs, but sometimes it's just easier to just get rid of it before. So that way when I go to play this like tomorrow or in a couple of days or whatever, then I don't have to question what's broken on it. Ooh. Oh, who put fucking blue fans with a yellow fan? And then red? Oh my god. This person has no and then black and white. This person has no cohesive color build at all. Orange or yellow cables. What is going on? This person loves just making me angry. And then I just pulled off something that did not need to come off. Fuck it, I'm just gonna keep it off. I'm gonna put something better on. I'll just put the CPU on now. Boom. Put thermal paste on or else I'm gonna forget. Definitely running over my 5 minutes. Let's see. It was blue, right? Get this build done now. Fuck it. We speed running it. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah. I don't like that. Let's put something in that we can turn blue. This is probably overkill. Oh, booyah. Perfect. That looks way better. Alright. Toss a lid on it and call it PC lock. PCI lock, sorry. Let's boot it. We'll overclock it and then let's change the settings. Oh, nope, that's not gonna work for me. We have no M2 slot, okay. I'm definitely running over my time now. But if I'm going this far, I might as well keep going. Because I don't want these cables. We're gonna do blue. Blue ribbon. Alright. Yeah, that's the only problem when you upgrade your shit is it can kind of ruin the experience of other stuff for you. I definitely think, because when I used to work for Regal Cinemas a little bit ago when I was living in Anaheim, and the only thing that sucked about that is when I left, I got myself a present with my, because I got like a check that was all of my sick pay and all my days off that I didn't use, like being paid out. And it was like pretty nice. So I treated myself and I got an Xbox Series X because they were still kind of hard to find at the time. This was last year, like when they were still like impossible. I found an unlisted Target page and I bought it. And then when I went in, all the workers were asking me how I got it and stuff like that. And I was like, you work here. How do you, like, how do you not know how to get it? But after doing that and running a console that runs 4K, I was broken. Ooh. There we go. Like running a 4K console and then dropping down to a like 1080 computer like breaks my brain. Sometimes I just play the Xbox when I want to be able to enjoy it. See, diagnosing problems is my ultimate weakness. I stopped playing for one day. This is getting the diagnosing tutorial. I don't know what to do. I pulled out that didn't work. Let me figure out, then remove them. I can't figure out what's wrong. I can't remember the tutorial. So how I diagnose is either use the, so you turn it, you power it on. If it doesn't power on, it's probably the PCU or PSU. If it does power on, you go to your tablet and run the thermal app. And then if still nothing is showing up, then go into the parts list on the side and look at what doesn't match. Because there might be something that's like way cheaper that should not be that cheap. And usually that's how I diagnose. And if not, if I can't figure it out, I just pull the entire computer apart and then I go into my parts list. See if it'll let me look at any. And I just look for the ones that say broken and I just sell them and then I build a whole computer from scratch. That doesn't really help when you're working on a job, but alright, let me tell him I'm hopping off now and then I'll be playing. So, screen now. Alright, I got that running. I'm gonna hit end day and then I'm gonna end the stream. Boom. Let's call it. Oh, I didn't put my label on it. Fuck. Hurry. Put a blue label. Glass. Shoot the glass. Okay, cool. Just tell me Discord call him. Gives me a little bit extra time. Ooh, that does not look good. Perfect. I like that a lot. Alright, cool. Let's call it Blue Bell. And let's list it for 3,000. Perfect. Alright. Let's end day. This is a fun stream. I didn't expect to go this long. Because I was just gonna do like 15 minutes or so and then look at the test footage and tune all my settings. But I'll probably hop back on like tomorrow. And do some more streaming since I like had a lot of fun today. What am I thinking? Oh yeah, end day. It's called Doc Rocco's PC Repair and Parts. Clocking out for the day. Yeah, got some good work done on my 9 to 5. All right, perfect. But yeah, if you want to tune back in tomorrow, if you've got some free time, just hop in. Let me know how's it going. I definitely love to hear in the future about your PC build. So anytime you want to hop in, you want to let me know what's going on with it. Fuck, where'd I put this? Let's put it over here. Then I'd love to hear more about it because I always love talking to people about their builds, especially when people have questions or they just want to hear like advice or just get like a secondhand, like basically like something other than the feedback loop that is your brain. Or just talk stuff out. I would message my friend John, who I'm going to hop on Warhammer with right now. I would message him all the time about just like little shit that did not even matter that I just wanted to talk about. I just wanted to kind of, be like, oh, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do that. I don't know though. And then even if he didn't give me advice, I'd be like, yeah, but I still kind of want to like do this or do that. Just talking it out helps. But I had a good time. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. But I'm going to hop off and get some water and play some Warhammer and get my fucking ass creamed by a horde of goddamn plague chaos. What are they called? Chaos minions, warriors? I have a box of them. I should know. Whatever. But yeah, but 5 months is it may be a long time, but you never know. I like to source my parts out slowly. So like this second build that I'm doing, I'm basically slowly gonna buy my parts for it. I really want to do a Noctua build. I want to get a Fractal North case, and then I want to do a full Noctua build. That's gonna take me like a long time, but I've already ordered all of the keycaps from drop.com, all the Noctua keycaps and the cable, and then the desk mat. So I'm kind of excited for that. But yeah, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Have a good night or a good day. I don't know what time it is wherever you are. But if I see you again soon, awesome. If I don't see you for like 5 months, awesome. I just appreciate you hanging out with me.